Good day, Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher, with our daily devotional for Friday, March 13th. Friday the 13th. Ooh. What is it about Friday the 13th? I think 13 is considered an unlucky number. There were Judas, they say, was the 13th person at the Last Supper, and there's a few other things. Fear of the number 13 is so prevalent that there's a word for it, triskaidekaphobia. Fear of the number 13. And on Friday the 13th, that was the date that the Templars were overthrown. The Knights Templar were an order from the Crusader area. They were crusaders who were very ferocious fighters, but they established the early banking system. When you traveled, if you had wealth, you had to carry the wealth with you. If you had money, you had to carry it with you, and you were always susceptible to being robbed and attacked and have that money stolen. So what the Templars devised was a system where you could go to their castle in France, deposit 100 pieces of gold with the castle in France. They would give you a paper, a certificate, that says you deposited 100 pieces of gold with our institution here. Then you would travel to the Holy Land and you would come to their headquarters in Acre, and you could go to the Templar castle there and present this piece of paper, and they would give you 100 pieces of gold. So you could travel without physical wealth, and that money was in that check, that piece of paper, that draft. And that was the early banking system that would allow people to travel without money and redeem this certificate for their money. And they loaned a lot of money to the King of France. And, when you owe a lot of money, you have to pay it back unless you're the King of France, in which case you can declare that the Templars are heretics, have them all arrested and thrown into prison. And guess what? You don't have to pay that bill back anymore. Well, we come to the part of Proverbs where, did I tell you that happened on Friday the 13th? Oh, silly me. We come to the part of Proverbs where we are getting into those short one-liners that we like so much from the book of Proverbs. The first 12 chapters are all extolling the virtue of wisdom, warnings against foolishness and folly, seduction, and things like that. But the rest of the book of Proverbs is those one-liners that we like so much. Now I'm going to read you verse 4. The appetite of the sluggard craves but gets nothing, but the desire of the diligent will be abundantly delighted. Sluggard, lazy people, they want stuff. Want a house, want a car, want a new job, want a better career, want. But they're not willing to do the work that it takes to get that. Nothing comes easy. You have to work for things. So they got no gots. I got a new car, I got a new house, I got a new job, I got a new career, because I work for it. And those people who are diligent and work for things will be rewarded in the end. It might take a while. But, if you just sit around, wishful thinking never got anybody anywhere. And that's the problem with sluggards, that they won't do what is necessary to pull themselves out of poverty, to pull themselves out of suffering, to pull themselves out of hardship. They'll just whine about it. Sounds like our world today. Everybody's whining about, I want, but you're not willing to work. Well, you can want, but you're not going to get unless you're willing to work. Got it? If you've got a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, please be good to each other. And happy Friday the 13th.